Yes,
So,
ma'am.
all my dear ones, yesterday we studied about what are all the different types of wages, minimum wage and fair wage and living wage. And we have seen the differences. What minimum wage is bare minimum wage for simply for the living of a person for his food, water, shelter, or food, shelter, clothing. Wherein fair wage is a wage which will be decided or determined based upon the Fair Wage Committee recommendation and which was held in Indian Labour Conference, and it should correspond with the other wages in the industry. Right. Now, third category of wage, yesterday we discussed about living wage. Living wage will compensate the cost of living, and you can take it as a highest wage among all the other wages. Right. So when you compare to these three. So yesterday also, if you all could see the first picture, you can understand, you can see three different people are standing with on three different roles with a three different wage structure. So here that itself we can understand today's topic name as uh, you can make it as you can understand it as wage differentials. So today's topic we are going to discuss about salary differentials. What is the concept of salary differentials and what are all the factors influencing salary differentials? Before we move to factory salary differentials and concept, I just wanted to explain you. So we can observe the salary differentials between persons interpersonal, inter-unit, inter-occupational, and these are very predominant in any kind of whether it is an organized sector or unorganized sector in our economy. So here, if you look at when I ask you what kind of jobs will fetch six figures income, generally we remember about doctors or lawyers or any other professionals or engineers and all. But generally we have a feeling that they general highly paid jobs require high level of education, high level of responsibility, or high level of unique skills they require to receive that. And apart from that, there are also certain kind of jobs which mean you may not expect that they also would be paid in six figures, even though they do not possess all these typical essential qualifications. For example, nuclear power reactor operator. So nuclear power reactor operator, you all would have seen many a times how our uh, ISRO sending various satellites in the space, and only the operator will be paid highest salary than any other person because he should know the temperature and he should know the correct time of release, all these things, right? And similarly, flight training coordinator. So here, and similarly, if you look at the personal trainers, these days you all know, if you look at all movie stars or uh, all the prominent people, they are more interested in their physique, and they don't mind paying highest amount to the personal trainer also. So simply we can say there are wage differentials are very common, very natural, and the difference between maximum and minimum amount which is paid to different employees on the different basis is called as wage differentials. Right now we are seeing the meaning of this concept. So wage and salary according to HRM, I have told you it is one and same, which is the remuneration paid to the services. So wage differentiation means it is the difference in salaries between the employees doing the same job with similar skills within the same industry. Within the same industry, that is called as wage differentials. So here, then how to justify these wage differentials, and what are all the what are all the measures government is taking. So despite the government is taking complete uniform to adopt complete uniform national wage policy, but it is practically it is impractical, and at the same time it is undesirable also, because the people those who are having more attitude of commitment, those who have high risk of their jobs should be paid according to the risk, according to their job compulsorily. Now, let us see the factors influencing the way. what are all the various factors that will influence the wages, right? So everyone, so there may be different factors. Salary differentials may be due to market factors or occupational factors, or at the same time they may be different because of the socio-economic factors. So what would be the socio-economic factors based upon their uh, based upon the one second, children. So first and foremost, let us see before learning about the factors. So how to justify this? Why should we have this salary differentials? What are all the functions they perform? So salary differentials at times they are necessary to retain and attract the talent and skilled people. And at the same time, we have to pay them on the basis of their talents and skills. And it is also helpful in discriminating highly committed employees from less committed employees, or positive attitude employees from negative attitude employees. A person possessing high qualification or highest amount of experience should be obviously paid highest amount of remuneration when you compare to the less having less qualifications or less experienced person. So here salary differentials, one way they promote the other category of the employees, those who are not having that skills, they will encourage less skilled people to develop their skills in order to get the highest pay, right? So here, and these salary differentials also will help the uh, company or organization to have their distinct or unique existence in the market. So with the salary differential, they create a mark, they make a brand image in the market to attract more skillful people to their organization. So here, and certain industrial tribunals, they are having clearly, they have mentioned that there should be a male worker should be paid this much amount, a fixed amount of salary, and female worker a fixed amount of salary should be paid. So all these fixations are already there, but despite that there are certain factors which we can easily identify which are contributing to the salary differentials. So first category of the salary differentials are market factors. Market factors means here globally the labor market, or you can say regionally or globally or national wide, the labor market will influence for demand and supply of the human resources, and it will in turn it will determine the wage levels or salary levels. So increase in the demand, suppose if you don't require any skilled people, only you require simple skilled people, only the person who is educated, then you will find so many number of people, availability of such a certain kind of supply of human resources abundantly in the market. Then you need not fix a high price for them. Even if you fix a living wage to them, everybody would be ready to work for this. So demand and supply of what do you call the constant or high growth rate of skilled human resources, definitely it will lead to an increase in the wage rates. So vice versa. So second one under market factors, regional variations. Regional variations means here the cost of living in different regions. Suppose if you are running your industry in urban region, then definitely the cost of living would be higher, and you need to offer high amount of salary in terms of their your HRA, in terms of HRA allowance, or in terms of their DA percentage, or in terms of other allowances, CCA and all. So when you look at the if your industry is located in any outskirts or in any rural area, so you may cut down the salary for all in all such grounds. So that also will make a variation between which will influence the salary determination. Then next one, rural and urban differences. So we are not talking about rural and urban differences in the nature of the industry. We are talking about the variations of infrastructural facilities available to the employees also would make a big difference in the salaries. Say for example, so educational, medical, recreational facilities also would differ salary differentials. So I have told you one of the information IT company. So they are having good conditions, working conditions, and automatically they have a higher market where you if you find a company in a rural area, so they require more amount. They also require more amount for the purpose of their
Ma'am,
families,
some
just
of
to
them
support their
can't see
family.
the screen, ma'am.
Can't see the screen. Yeah.
Can't listen also.
Then we will stop recording. Hello. We stop recording this.
Okay, ma'am.
Harsha.